Welcome to the TRX Golf Workout. This is part of the Titleist Performance Institute Fitness DVD series, and today we're going to show you how to use your TRX to improve your golf swing. I'm Dr. Greg Rose. This is Fraser Quelch, Director of Programming and Education for TRX, and you guys know Dave Phillips. Well, Fraser, Dave and I always said the reason we're doing this DVD is because we saw you introduce this around 2006. That's right. And since then, I can't tell you how many golfers, number one, are using it, and number two is we're blown away that there are so many things you can use this device to help your golf swing.
That's right, Greg. There are three major things that it really does well. One, it's incredibly portable. It fits in a bag the size of a running shoe. Two, you can suspend it almost anywhere. So if you're traveling, over your hotel room door works really well, or you can suspend it from a chain link fence.
Golf cart.
Golf cart, too. And the third thing is it really hits the whole body all the time.
And Fraser, that's what I like about it so much, is that it attacks all your muscle groups. There's tons of exercises you can do. If you're suffering from swing faults where you may be a swayer or a slider, then we're going to attack the lower body. If you need some more core stability to stay in your posture during your swing, it'll attack that as well. And Greg, if you need some extra width for some more power, we've got some stuff for that as well.
Well, trust us, we know it's going to help your golf swing, but most importantly, we think it's a lot of fun.
Welcome to the setup and use section of the DVD. Here we're going to show you exactly how to use the TRX, how to configure it different ways, and get in and out of it the way you'll need to. To start off with, I want to show you how to lengthen the system. You want to grab onto both straps of the TRX, grab onto the buckles, and depress the lever, releasing the mechanism. Then you can just pull it down, and the system's fully lengthened. To shorten the system, we have to do it one side at a time. What we want to do is grab onto that buckle and hang on to the yellow toggle. To press the trigger and shorten it all the way up. Grabbing onto the other side, shorten it up as well. Now it's fully shortened and you're set to go here. To configure the TRX into single handle mode, you want to grab both handles and position one over top of the other. Take the bottom handle and thread it through the top one, switching hands. The top has now become the bottom. We take that bottom handle, slide it through again, all the way through, and lock it down. You can see the way that that looks. If you were to grab onto the wrong handle, even after threading it right, that may look like it's all right, but if it twists and slides through, it'll end up releasing. One more time. Position one below the other, through once, through a second time, and lock it down. Now you're ready for any exercise that uses a single handle mode. One of the common mistakes that we see when people use a TRX is not keeping steady tension in it throughout the range of motion. This usually appears at the top where there's a dead point and the straps go slack. To fight that, we can use something called teeing your feet, which is really just positioning one foot in front of the other. Here, now we can rock from the back foot onto the front and keep steady tension on the system throughout the entire range of motion of the exercise. Play around with your foot configuration if you find you're having problems keeping steady tension in the system, and you'll find teeing the feet is a really effective way of making it work. There are three different ways to use the TRX by placing your feet into the leg loops. The first one is by suspending your heels in them. Put two fingers in the bottom of the foot cradles, roll all the way back onto your back, and drop your heels into the straps. The second way to suspend your feet into the TRX is to put your toes in. Take your right foot, put it into one strap, letting your right knee drop out to the side, creating counterweight with your right hand. Take your left foot, put it in the right strap, and then roll in that direction, keeping your toes pointed. They should rotate around in the strap, and now you're ready to do any of the prone movements that you'll see in this DVD. The final way to suspend your feet in the system is just by putting your toes in, but staying in a supine position. So grab onto one, put the foot in, make sure you create counter pressure on the other so you don't lose the balance. Put the other one in, roll back, and now you're ready to do any of those exercises we've seen in this DVD with your toes in the system from a supine position. When you first get your TRX, it's going to come already configured with a suspension anchor attached to it. When you attach it, make sure your anchoring point is strong enough to hold your body weight and is nice and secure. In this case, we're using a piece of gym apparatus. I've looped it over so that the main part of the system is about 6 feet off the ground. Now I've got several choices depending upon the setting. I can wrap it around several times and clip right over top of the entire system. In this case, it cinches down tight, not allowing any lateral motion. Your anchor may demand that you can't cinch it over top of the whole system, in which case you might want to only wrap it once and clip into one of these intermediate points. That still provides good lateral stability and gives you the height that you're looking for. You can even wrap the system around the anchor point and clip right back in to the main part of the system beside the suspension anchor. That works just as well. The only two things you don't want to do when anchoring your TRX is to leave it loose so it doesn't have any lateral stability, or try and clip into this main loop that the system runs through. If you avoid those things and work with the other configurations, your anchor will be perfect. Your TRX, as I said earlier, is going to come already attached to the suspension anchor. If you want to use a door anchor, the first thing you'll need to do is take the suspension anchor off. The way to do that is to slide the system all the way down and over top of the buckle. Like that. Once you're to the handle, you want to take the handle, fold it over, grasp onto the strap, and slowly thread it through. It's a tight fit, but it'll go. Once you've got it over top of the handle, you should be able to slide the whole suspension anchor off. Now you're ready to put your door anchor on. It goes on exactly the same way that suspension anchor came off. Fold the handle over, thread it through the loop, over the buckle, and up to the middle of the system. Now you're ready to go and put it over top of a door so you can do your workout while you're on the road. Now that you've configured the TRX with the door anchor, you're ready to anchor it over top of any regular door. To do that, slide it over top of the door, close the door tight, and cinch it down. That should give you a good solid anchor to do any of the exercises that you see in this DVD. If you're using a door that closes against the room that you're training in, that's the ideal configuration. If you don't have that option and the door that you're using opens into the room that you're training in, you may want to consider sliding the anchor close to the hinge side so you reduce the possibility of flexing open the door. We demonstrated all of the exercises in this DVD using the suspension anchor because it allows you to move under and behind the neutral position. I do want to say that all of those exercises you can do using a door anchor configuration.
Welcome to the warm-up section of the upper body. The key point here is we've got the TRX fully extended. Go ahead and grab the TRX handles facing away from the attachment. This is called arm circles facing away. You're going to get a slight lean against the device. Now, on these exercises, obviously the farther you move your feet back and the more you lean, the harder the exercise. I'd recommend you starting with an easy one first and then progress as you get better at this. And the higher you elevate your arms on these warm-up exercises, the harder this is going to get. So the first one we're going to do are called 180s, arm circles, unilateral 180s. We're going to do all these warm-ups with 3 hand positions. Notice Dave's got the thumb up. That's going to be our first position. Second position is going to be palms down. Third position is going to be thumbs down. This comes from our great friend Tom House from the baseball world. We learned real early in training that if you can mimic the positions your hand is going to be in throughout the movement, like the golf swing, thumb up, palm down, thumb down, which are all the different movements we're going to go through, it makes our training more complete. So we're going to hit all 3 movements. So we're going to do the first exercise, thumbs up, right? You're going to lean forward, and we're going to do a unilateral 180 with the right arm. If we're going to do the right arm, we got the right leg's going to go forward. So he goes in that lunge position. This is going to help you stabilize your base. As you get more advanced, you can keep your feet back, but we're going to start with the right foot forward. And from here, he's going to do a unilateral 180 arm circle. Back and forth, keeping that thumb up. You're going to do 3 reps with each hand position. Then you're going to switch hand positions to palm down. We're going to do 3 with the palm down. And then we're gonna switch to our third position, thumb down. And you're gonna do 3 with the thumb down. Perfect. Once you've completed 3 reps, 3 hand positions, you're gonna bring your both hands back to the top, feet back. You're gonna switch legs, the left, and now we're gonna repeat on the left side. Starting with thumb up. We're gonna go back 3 reps. 1, 2, and 3. We're gonna go palm down. 1, 2, and 3, and we're gonna go thumb down. Hitting all planes that shoulder is gonna go through. Really warming up the lat. And once again, if you go higher or lean farther forward, you'll get more of a stretch in your lats and your shoulders. Really targeting all the muscles in the shoulder, upper body, warming it up to do our strength portion. Second exercise. Come on back, Dave. Now we're gonna lean out again, both hands out in front. We're gonna take the right leg forward again. And from here, keeping your thumbs up, we're gonna do bilateral 180s. Now both arms, thumbs up, back and forth. You're really gonna start feeling this behind your shoulder blades. You're gonna feel this in your chest, opening up your pecs. Very good. We're switching to palms down, 3 reps, back and forth. You're gonna feel it in all your rotator cuff muscles when you're done. And we're gonna go thumbs down for that third one. If there's any pain, obviously, on any of these exercises, please reduce the height of the arms or widen your stability or widen your base. It'll make this easier. Now we're gonna switch legs. We're gonna do the same thing again. Left leg forward, perfect. And thumbs up, and we do 3. Obviously, once you've got these memorized, no pausing. You're just gonna go through one exercise after the other, palms down. And you see how he just switches right into palms down. Good. Probably already start to feel this in the shoulders. Thumbs down, back and forth. You feeling that, Dave?
Oh yeah, definitely feeling it, and also feeling my core engaged as well, which is important.
Perfect. Now you can step out of that. Now, last one we're gonna do on the facing forward arm circles. We're gonna go back in that lean position again. Thumbs up. Good. Now we're gonna go ahead and help our stability by bringing our right leg forward. We're gonna go bilateral 180s to one side. So we have both hands. Let's go ahead and turn. Perfect. So we got both hands going back to center. 3 times with a thumbs up.
You want to go nice and smooth here, Greg, because you're also challenging your balance a little bit more here as well.
Yeah, and you guys that have any tendency to reverse spine angle, to actually lean away or towards the target in the backswing, a great exercise because it's hard for you to do that without falling over. Palms down, thumbs down, plus we're getting a little separation between the upper body and the lower body. Notice the hips are staying square, shoulders are rotating, getting your posterior capsule in the shoulder, all the things that are gonna help you play better. Now we're gonna switch legs. We're gonna go left side, rotating left, perfect. Really opening up, see this posterior capsule in that shoulder, stretching out.
Definitely going to feel one side of your body goes further than the other, so don't push it.
Palms down. Really stick to those 3 reps in each hand position. One more, and the last one we're gonna do is thumbs down. And that's gonna be the first part of your warm-up. That's called arm circles facing forward. Okay, this is the second part of the warm-up. This is the arm circles facing forward. Once again, we've got the TRX extended all the way to the lengthened position. Elbows locked, thumbs pointing up. We're gonna do the 3 hand positions again. Now we're gonna do arm circles facing forward. Go ahead and demonstrate. So we're gonna go all the way to the top, all the way to the bottom, keeping those thumbs pointing up 3 times, making sure there's no slack in the TRX. The key here is the strap. You never wanna see slack. Go to the top for a second, Dave, and let one of these slack. You don't want to see this. That means you're not getting full extension or width, and that's really one of the things we're trying to get here in your golf swing. Good. So now we're going palms down, and we're going to do 1 with thumbs down. So we do 3 reps thumbs up, 3 reps palms down, 3 reps thumbs down. Now, once you've done all 3, we're now going to go ahead and take a little baby step forward. Now, all of a sudden, it's going to require more flexibility in your lat and your shoulder. Watch. Let's go ahead. Thumbs up. Make sure you maintain. Good. Now all of a sudden, Dave, you can feel like you've got to keep this over your head even harder, right?
Definitely, yeah. Much bigger stretch in my upper back and also my lat.
Any of you guys struggling with width in your golf swing, you're trying to maintain that get that distance, and width is what's going to create your distance in ball speed. This is a great warm-up exercise. And make sure you do all 3 hand positions again, too. Third one, really looking for slack. Always looking for slack on these warm-up ones. And now, if you're really good, you can stop at this one if you've got some tightness, or if it's difficult or any discomfort. But if you're really advanced and you think your shoulders are ready for it, you can take another baby step forward and do the same thing again. Elbows locked, good. Now notice, go all the way to the top and hold there. Notice we've got almost completely over your head. Now if you feel like you've got to arch your back backwards, or you feel any discomfort in your shoulders, obviously this is too far. But we're gonna try and do, if you can, 3 with the thumbs up, 3 with the palms down, and then we're gonna do 3 with the thumbs down, which is always the hardest one for most people. Let's just go ahead and demonstrate a couple thumbs down ones. Perfect, trying to maintain that complete tension on the TRX throughout the entire warm-up.
It's a little harder for me with those thumbs down.
And that's your full warm-up for the upper body. Okay, this is the upper body workout portion of the TRX golf program. We're going to walk you through each one of the exercises, tell you why we're doing each exercise, which part of the body it's attacking, and at the end of the entire explanation, there'll be a full routine for you just to follow along. Okay, so Fraser, when we're doing upper body in golf, okay, in our opinion, from our research we've done here, two major movements that are required to develop strength for a golfer. It's the push movement and the pull movement. And I think that's probably with almost any throwing or overhead athlete, you're going to need both of those.
Absolutely.
Now, one of the things that we've noticed for golf is our guys are stronger in the pull movement. So I think you'll see when we go through this routine here, that's why we've done more of the pulling maneuver than we've done the pushing maneuver. It's also why we're going to start with the pushing maneuver and then we're going to finish with the pull maneuvers.
Perfect.
Okay, so now we came up with a pretty neat idea here with the golf club, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this golf club will add some stability to the TRX. So when we're first beginning, I think it's important to use the golf club, make sure that you've got some stability and go through the range of motion. Then once you get rid of the golf club, you've got to stabilize yourself, and then we can run through all of the deeper progressions.
So it kind of links the two handles together so you don't have to worry about stabilizing your
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so the first exercise we want to go after is the push.
Sure. And with the push, I think it's just a standard chest press. And really what we want to do is start off in a real shallow position. The TRX difficulty gets a lot harder as you move your feet further and further away in your body and get steeper.
More body weight.
Exactly. So here, what we can do is just make sure we've got a nice straight arm grip, our shoulders are active, and the strap is just above our arms. We don't want it rubbing against our arms that way. That's very important.
And
just
this is
stuff like
fully
that.
extended.
That's fully extended, absolutely.
Okay, so let's do a standard push. It could be your push-up or your standard push maneuver. Notice how he's keeping this nice and stable. No excessive arching in the lower back. You never want to lose that stable posture. You don't want to arch, you don't want to flatten, you want a nice neutral posture as you go through the push maneuver. Now, he's, just for you guys who are grabbing a golf club and trying this with a golf club, he's grabbing onto the golf club and the handle. You do not want to fully load the golf shaft. Your body will, the shaft will not handle
that. May go badly for you.
Yeah, that might go badly. So make sure you're holding on to the handle. Perfect. Now, let's just demonstrate real quick. If we want to make this harder, you would just take your feet a
We
little
can just
farther
go
back.
a little bit steeper that way and go through the same thing. One of the real important things here, I think, is not doing the movement with your head.
Right.
Keeping the head in a neutral position, which is a real common mistake.
Perfect. Now, you're going to hear us say program design as we go through this. On all these exercises, we're going to want you to try and perform 8 reps. We're going to do 8 reps. We're going to go through every exercise. If you feel like you want more, then we'll do another cycle. We'll call them cycles. We'll go through each one of these exercises, 8 reps, and if you want more, come back. Okay, so now, let's say we did our 8 reps of the push with the golf club. To make it harder, I take the golf club, all right? Perfect, so now.
Without that golf club there, your arms are still in the same position, but you feel now, I have to stabilize myself. And these in itself can be exercises.
Absolutely.
So if I'm not feeling very secure, I can always bring a foot in front. That makes me feel a little bit better. Notice my arms aren't rubbing against the system at all. If we want to go a little bit deeper, make it more difficult, we've got a nice wide base of support. Arms are here.
All the way down deep. Now, this is a great exercise to develop pec strength, chest strength. It's getting biceps, it's getting triceps, eccentric.